Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Real Estate Talk. Today I want to talk to you about repairs and what to do when you're in the middle of a transaction with regards to repairs. So before we get started, something very important and something that most buyers are not aware of is that here in California, when you write up an offer, it's in the offer. Homes are sold as is, which means sellers are under no obligation to do any repairs. So anything that you request when you do a report, the inspection report, your home inspection report comes in, scares you, of course, scares most people. But when you do that, the seller is not obligated to do any of those repairs. It's all by negotiation. Okay, so what do you focus on? What do you not focus on? Anything that is minor, I always tell the buyers, don't stress about the minor things. You could ask for them, but it's not something you should kill a deal over. If it's anything that a handyman or anything minor that you could do, just get over it. You're buying a house, it's not brand new. If you like the house, go for it. Now, what are major items? Obviously, roofing is big because anything that's going to cost you a lot of money, whether it's immediately or in the short term, you need to factor in. So if a roof is leaking and needs to be changed, or it's coming to the end of its lifetime, it's something to think about and try to negotiate with the seller. AC, HVAC system, these are bigger ticket items. So these are things you should definitely negotiate if they are faulty. Now, a common thing is also, you'll see it in the inspection report, is something is working, but it's towards the end of its lifetime. Now, let's say a water heater, for example. This is pretty common. It doesn't mean the seller's probably going to agree to it because it is working. So what are you asking them to do? To replace an existing water heater that's working with a new one? They're most likely not going to do it. But this is where your home warranty comes in. If it does happen, if you do have home warranty, which we negotiate it for all our buyers in the contract, but if you have a home warranty and that water heater 3, 4, 5, 6 months later decides to break on you, that's where the home warranty comes in, and that they can repair it or replace it depending on the condition or what was the matter with it. So very important to understand, homes are as is. Don't worry about the small stuff. You can ask for it, but focus more on the big ticket items. And if there's so many big items, then it's worth considering, is this the house for you or not? Or is the seller willing to negotiate significantly on price or do some of the work or not? Now, the final thing I want to say is, let's say you have a list of items, you choose what you want, and you send it to the seller. The seller may choose, or you may even ask and initiate that. You may ask them to do the work or get a credit. Now, I prefer, in most, it really depends, but I prefer, especially when I'm buying, I prefer to get a credit. And the reason being is they can say they did something, and they can even show you receipts they did it, but you may not like the quality, and that won't matter. You are still gonna go through with the transaction because the quality of how they did it, or you wanted it different, is beside the point. So if you have a chance, depending on the item, I would suggest get a credit for the repairs. You can get, and just be fair, get an actual estimate and say this is what it will cost, and try to negotiate that. So and then that way you do the work. You could do something of a higher quality, lower quality. It's really up to you. You got the money, you will do it later. So hope this was helpful. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and we'll see you again soon.